What's going on, everybody? Mountain Stacker here. It's been a while, and it doesn't mean I have not been buying gold and silver and other items. I have actually been buying a lot and just been busy. So I wanted to show you something a little bit different today. You all have seen these before. These are some pretty popular coins. But it's about building typesets, and it's about getting a nice example of some of these great historic coins. And I try to find them when I can. I try to find good deals on them when I can. It seems like when the the prices, spot prices of silver and gold start going up, the premiums come down, and on the numismatic side, even it feels as though premiums have come down a little bit on some items. Could be wrong. Maybe I'm just scoring some deals, but thought I'd show some interesting things out to you guys of what I've been putting together. And so some of these have been around for a little bit, but these are, this is a nice commemorative here. And you can see Delaware, an MS-66. It's not a top pop, as you would say. 67, maybe even 68, I believe. But I do like boats, and that's a nice one there. So that's a nice one in my collection. The Pilgrim's a classic one. 1920. They made a 1921 as well, which has the date on the 21. I think it's actually worth a little bit more. But wow, look at that. Great color, great coin. 1920. 105 years ago. This is one of my favorites. The Panama Pacific. The gold ones are fantastic. If you can find one of those big gold slug coins with the octagonal shape, you scored. But this one's pretty as well. 1915. This is a sought after coin for sure. Hard to get. One of my favorites, the first ever commemorative dollar, the Lafayette dollar. Another nice blast white coin. Great example. So those are just some commemoratives for you to think about. There's a great people go out and collect commemoratives. You could really get into all the different dates and mints. Some of them, like Texas, would have multiple different ones, years and dates, and Booker T. Washington and so on. This here is, you can see I like playing this vault box thing sometimes. You do get some great scores of coins that you normally wouldn't have access to very easily. This would be considered, in my opinion, a great score for it. It's a 66 on the Sheldon scale, NGC, for a no sense. Maybe painted gold to be worth more. Just kidding. That's the joke behind those. All right, here's some recent acquisitions I've had. This is an Annex, and I gotta admit, it's not the prettiest clean white coin. It's got a lot of crust on it, and here, let me put the light on it, maybe a little bit better. Yeah, you could see a half dime. There it goes. Yeah, great coin, gotta admit. These ones are tough to come in this kind of condition, but the really nice purchase I made was the seated dime. That's a nice clean score for you. Beautiful coin. Glad it's in my collection. Definitely paid more than a dime for it. But this one right here, unfortunately for you all, will not be for sale for a very long time. This one's not old. It's getting there, right? I mean, 24 years now, but you gotta love that design, this commemorative design of the Buffalo nickel. And that's a 70, proof 70 there, die cam, as an example of this coin, which is 1938D. Beautiful Buffalo nickel. And what you'd consider an old school NGC fatty case. So some people actually collect these cases. But that's a nice coin. Here's a $50, a 1946D. This is just a great example of a classic coin. Something, if you wanted to have one good example, if you want to go and collect a whole set like this, you can get some of the rarer dates and really pay some serious money. This here is a common date one, but it's a great example. And again, in an old green holder. Again, people collect these types of cases, not me necessarily, but pretty nice. This was an upgrade. I had a 65 of this same coin, and put a brick. I'm telling you, that is a mirror finishes. I mean, just whoo, beautiful coin. And the reverse is even more of a mirror. Yeah, I mean, pretty cool to see the details on a mercury dime like that. You've got a little bit of an error coin here. This one's tough to see, but for those not familiar, this year of the Washington quarter on the proof, a mint worker got a little fun, had a little bit of fun, and decided to start punching the S Mint mark on the chest of the bird. And big fan of Superman. It's tough to see it, but very faint. It's there, and so there's another version of this that's like a hand engraved tail feathers, but that'd be the FS902, I believe. But great coin. I've always wanted this, so I got it. Not just a very good 65 shield nickel, but it's a proof shield nickel. I like those proofs. I feel like they were made for the collectors, and yes, sometimes it's harder to find an uncirculated example of coins because, well, they were made to be circulated, but proof coins weren't. And if you want a nice example, some proof die, that's what you get. I see another vault box. So for those of you that aren't getting access like they hope to some of these coins, I've had some situations where I've gone to coin shows specifically looking for good type coins, and they were all sold out. And part of the reason why they're all sold out is because vault box and Witter brick right here, we're buying them all for their boxes. So another way to participate. Sometimes you don't get as lucky. I've been pretty lucky lately. I maybe going to take a break from it just to let some of my luck run and keep collecting. But at times where you're uncertain about the price of gold or silver and the direction it's going to go, and you get a little uneasy, there's a lot of value to be had in numismatics. And these are coins that they're not going to be able to make, and they're not artificial rarities. You're not looking at something and saying, well, they only put 5,000 of these American Silver Eagles with an Army 250 year anniversary, and you think, oh, this is rare. Well, good, but it's an artificial rarity. Whereas truly, if you wanted to have a nice example of a proof shield nickel, for instance, a lot harder to come by, and you may search for it, you may find it, but prices can be everywhere. So as you guys are stacking, and you're stacking silver and you're stacking gold, think as well out of the normal stacking, and look at some other things. Maybe there's some copper, early copper, something to be had. They're taking copper out of money. They have taken copper out of money, and they're actually taking cents out of population. So keep stacking, and you get a little peek about the things that I've been stacking outside of silver and gold. And if you have any of these coins, if you have another example, please share it, post a picture of it or the comment section and show me. I'm always interested in seeing what you guys have. But thanks for checking in again, and Mountain Stacker out. Thanks.